Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I wanted to scrapbook, and I figured I would turn on the camera. The only thing is that you may hear loud people being loud in the background because my husband and son are watching football. Where my scrap room is it's a room that's right off of our family room, so there's just no way to disguise the noise of them watching football. Sorry. And yelling back and forth. And I mean, I'm glad that they enjoy watching it together, but boy, oh boy. Anyway, as I said, I want to scrapbook, and I want to scrapbook this photo of my son and two of his great uncles. So these are two of my father-in-law's brothers. And it's a memory of Georgie with the two uncles. They're both still here, praise God. But everybody is getting older. I mean, so it just is nice that he has great uncles, and Uncle Rich is actually George's godfather. So just want to record this memory. Now, earlier in the month, I had shared my fall collections, and I had put in there asking people if I should include either the pumpkin spice collection, or I think it was Country Harvest from Simple Stories, and I got several people that said to use pumpkin spice. So that's the collection I'm going to use for this photo. I've got some things pulled already. I was just showing, they do have the 6x6 pad, and I've taken a couple pieces out of here already. In this little iris container, I've got Simple Stories, We Are Family, Pumpkin Spice, and Cozy Days. So I've got several different collections of ephemera in here. So when I'm ready to decorate, I will just start digging through here. I picked out some things. Let me show you. So I'm gonna base my layout off this sketch. Basically where the photo is going to be in the center, and I'm going to have some banners coming out of the sides and things like that. I just wanted to get a nice mix of patterns and things. You know, there's a frame. I have frames. I definitely have buttons. So this is kind of what I'm going to base it off of. I really like this. So some of the things I pulled, I thought I'd pull this and then fussy cut out the banner, but this might be too big. This might be bigger than I would like. And I do know that on one of the little baby, this one might be better. So I'm going to take this out. Maybe that one would work better. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's what I was thinking when I grabbed this. And then I grabbed this because I liked this little banner here. If they don't get used, I don't have a problem with that. That's not a big deal. The couple 6x6 papers I pulled were this with the yellow, because the photo in the background has yellow. I like the rust color. This is a scrap from when I used the collection some time ago, so I thought this would make a great banner. The other side of this is the wood grain with words all over it. So actually I like both sides of this paper, but I'm planning on using this rust hard side. I've got this piece of scrap paper. I was thinking of cutting this and using this as maybe a photo mat. So we'll see. Some of these are nice. Gratitude, I like that. Blessed, I like that. This was just a great collection. I mean, it came out 10 years ago already. I've got this scrap I thought I could use in some way. Okay, and then we get into the papers. Now this is very much when pocket page scrapbooking was way more what people did. So this has these, you know, like 2x12, 4x12, 6x12. So here's your 6x12, your 4x12, and then your 2x12. I thought if I couldn't find a title, that I could always cut out this thankful here. And then here's the back of this. I really like this, was it like burlap paper? So, on this one, just for the cut aparts, I thought if I needed to find something to make a banner out of or something, I like this pumpkin here. It definitely was in the fall time. And then the back, you got more different cut aparts to choose from should you want to. Now for my background, I did purchase in this collection, they had these, it was wood grain gingham pack. So these are the colors that were there. I really liked this one due to the fact that it was just brighter in a sense. When I put the picture up against the yellow one, it's almost like it just, yeah, I don't like that. That's all there is to it. The back side of all these papers is gingham, and the gingham would work okay. And I had flipped this initially and thought maybe I'll use this gingham, but I'm really liking the wood grain against the photo. Especially it's just more masculine. So I think that's what I'm going to use for my background. So here's the back sides of all of these, the gingham. So very usable papers, you know, when I'm done with the collection or whatever, it's not like I, you know, wouldn't have use for these, which is nice. So I've got those. Now, they used to include, you still got your 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So here I've got my 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and it looks like I've only used one sticker out of here. 10 years, so, you know, doing great. And then they also used to include the alpha. So I do have alphas available to use to make a title. And if I don't want to use that, thankful. If I, you know, maybe come up with a subtitle or something. But that's my plan. That's my photo. That's my background. I've got a sketch that I want to try to use. And when I use a sketch, for me, it's just inspiration. It's an idea. And I like how this looks. I'm just noticing now how there's a slight rounded edges, so I think I'll do that. I like that. But these ones are straight. You've got a tag and then that banner. It looks like there's a scallop piece that comes out just to about here. I like this. So yeah, I'm going to try to emulate this as much as possible. So let me go ahead and get started, and I'll come back and show you what I come up with. Okay friends, I finished my layout. As a reminder, I just wanted to scrapbook a photo and look through some sketches and picked out a kit from my fall supplies that I put together earlier this month. There is a sketch that I kind of based this off of. I'm looking for it. I don't know why I closed the page already, but I did use the pumpkin spice collection from Simple Stories. This collection was released in 2015, so it's quite old, but it worked for what I was looking. So I based my layout off of this sketch. This sketch is by Natalie Oler, and I believe I may have gotten it. I thought I got it from Paper Issues, but maybe not. Maybe I just saw it and really liked it. But as you can see here, I ended up using the white wood grain, and I did go ahead and put a frame on here of the nice plaid paper. As far as the layering goes, I used mostly 6x6 papers from the 6x6 pad, and this strip here was leftover scrap that I had from something previously. So basically how I looked at this was just different layering of papers, and like the sketch showed, I did round all the corners. Now here I used this brown and white twine. It's something else that I have in my fall kit right here. It's this thimble. I think I probably got it from a dollar spot or something. I don't remember. I used these gold from Pinkfresh Studio. I used 2 buttons from October Afternoon. Now this little paper clip here, that was in the sketch there, and I used, this is from Fun Stamper's Journey, just some paper clips that I bought. They've got hearts and stars and flowers. The sketch showed a flower, but I used a heart because basically I did So Thankful for these uncles. Like I said, my father-in-law passed away some time ago, but these uncles have always stepped in for Georgie. They came to all his games. They were just for him, and Uncle Rich is actually his godfather, so it's just nice to document a photo of them together. I did grab a piece of wood veneer from my fall stash, so the only thing that I brought in were these buttons from October Afternoon, and that's because the sketch had some buttons. Other than that, everything was pretty much in my fall kit. Now, for a little bit of mixed media, I did use this Color Shine in bronzer. So it's I don't think I've ever used it before, to tell you the truth. So, and we know how old this stuff is. But I have quite a bit of it, and I will use it as long as I can. This is 2012, and this is Pink Paisley, made in Taiwan. So Heidi Swapp Color Shine. But I do have it in the corner here and down here, and I like how it turned out. So this is just wanting to play using supplies that I've pulled out to try to get to. As I mentioned earlier, my when I showed what I had in my fall collections, I had asked if I should use this collection or it was another Simple Stories collection. I can't quite remember which one it was, but several people said go ahead and use pumpkin spice, and I'm glad I did. This is old. This is old supplies, but if you ask me, the layout looks just as fresh as if it was supplies I bought today. So let me know what you think. I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and leave that comment in the doobly-doo down there. Thank you, as always, for your time. I appreciate it because I know you have choices, and you chose to watch this and take a look at what I created today. So God bless, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.